Hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and you're about to listen to a leadership and strategy hypnosis session. And I was working with a client that was very successful and working at one of the biggest companies in the world. And they really wanted to get to the next level, but that level would require them to be much more strategic, much more visionary, much more influential. And they knew that they wanted that, but they didn't quite feel that they had those qualities. They didn't embody those qualities fully. Now, one of my beliefs is that the journey prepares you for the destination, but unless you're clear on the destination, you're not on the journey. And a lot of people are sat there thinking, but I'm not ready to do that, without realizing that choosing to do it actually is the catalyst to become ready. And that's really what this session is all about. I also really like archetypes, and you've got different archetypes. You've got the kind of Jungian archetypes of the hero, the orphan, those kind of things. And this client to me seemed very much like an architect, very good on detail, very competent, very kind of thinking in terms of systems and solving problems, but they didn't come across as the visionary leader. So this almost acts like a bit of a video game. And sometimes in a video game, you power up. So if you imagine Super Mario, he's kind of small, and then he gets I forget what it is, the thing, I don't know if it's a mushroom or something like that, but then it kind of doubles in size. So a power up or a leveling up is a really good metaphor for what humans do all the time. If you're listening to this, undoubtedly you are not the same person that you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Most people are leveling up, they're evolving because they have more knowledge, more wisdom, more skills. And that's a good metaphor for what this client wanted to go through. And there actually is 3 levels of leveling up. There's who they are, which is the archetype, turning into the commander, then the strategist, and then what's called the strategist king, which is this fusion of this kind of king-like leadership, but retaining all of those strategic qualities. So if you're listening to this and you like the idea of evolving, leveling up, becoming more of a leader, I think you will get a lot of value from this session. But just be aware that the qualities that are mentioned in this session, like credibility, competence, influence, are very specific to the client that I was working with. And there might be other qualities that are more desirable to you, like creativity or passion, in which case, take what's useful, discard what isn't. And if you like the idea of working with me directly, there will be a link here in the description where you can schedule a completely free consultation call over Zoom. We'll have a chat, and who knows, I might be your hypnotherapist. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in a wonderful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, feel a wonderful feeling of release, as if when you breathe out, tension, stress, or worries are leaving your body in your outward breath. Breathing in relaxation and exhaling tension. That's it. And the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you feel. And the more relaxed you feel, the deeper you breathe. And as your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. So just imagine your physical body stays exactly where it is. As you start to reminisce, of a beach in Turkey with white sands. And just imagine the beach that might normally be busy is completely private and empty. Blue skies and sunshine, soft white sands and clear waters. And just imagine you're back on that beach. Not at the age that you were, but the age you are now. And just imagine as the waves break, there's almost a mist, tiny droplets of seawater, and almost imagine the freshness of that sensation on your skin, on your face. Perhaps even the taste of that salt. Just feel that wonderful feeling of relaxation, as if every breath is taking you even deeper, relaxed. That's right. And just imagine walking on the soft white sand and maybe seeing a lounger. There, on that beach, a sun-drenched beach where the Aegean Sea meets white sand. And there's gentle waves, but the water is so still, so clear. Sometimes it just looks like a mirror for the sky. So as you walk on that private beach, white sands, just imagine the warmth of the sun on your skin. That soft breeze that carries the scent of the seawater and maybe nearby trees. That calm rhythm of gentle waves just lapping at the shore in a steady, soothing pattern. And just imagine continuing to walk slowly across that white, soft sand, reconnecting with how peaceful it feels here, as though this place has been waiting for you. And I want you to imagine seeing a comfortable lounger very close to the water's edge. The kind of lounger where you can relax but stretch your legs out and just embrace the moment. That's it. And just when you lie back, your body, your arms are supported, but allow your feet to rest in those warm sea waters, feeling the gentle sway as soft wave after soft wave softly washes over them. And you can connect with the warmth, the stillness, that rhythm and quiet repetition. And it almost begins to open a door to a dreamlike state, a drifting, floating calm that lets the deeper mind awaken. And with every wave you go deeper, and with every breath you relax further. And as your awareness softens, you drift into that beautiful place between waking and dreaming. The kind of place where a whole identity can shift and evolve, and deeper truths can emerge. Just connect with that place now. And as you imagine sinking into that lounger beneath you, supporting you but cradling you, sinking in, I want you to notice a heaviness in your limbs as your body relaxes more deeply than before. Every gentle wave touching your feet pulls you further inward into that quiet internal world. A dreamlike world where imagination becomes real, and real change becomes a natural evolution. Just feel that wave of loose heaviness washing up through your legs, to your hips, your stomach, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and finally your face. Arms and legs limp and loose like the limbs of a puppet with no strings. Jaw loosening, eyelids heavier, feeling a desire to yawn without yawning, and just connect with that feeling. That wonderful feeling of pure relaxation. A place where everything loosens, everything settles, everything just feels completely at ease. As you let your mind drift now, like a boat on still water, carried by currents that know exactly where to take you. And as you drift deeper, your unconscious mind begins to awaken. That deeper, older, archetypal intelligence that exists beneath language, beneath thought, and beneath identity. Because a part of you knows that you are here to evolve. You're here to step into a new level of being, a version of you that's been waiting for you, to activate qualities that until now were only partially or potentially harnessed. And I want you to feel that that evolution begins now. I want you to imagine a big screen hovering over the Aegean Sea. And on that screen, you see yourself as you are now. All of your good qualities, everything that makes you valuable, but also the things that aren't fully there yet. Maybe there's less of that confidence that you would like, less of that leadership, not quite as much of that visionary, strategic thinking. And it's not that this is wrong or bad, but just consider it like a game. And sometimes in a game, you level up. And when you level up, you have more resources. And you access new skills, new powers that you didn't have before you leveled up. And as you look at this screen, it looks like the screen of an adventure game. And see your character like an avatar, almost like an architect. Not an architect of buildings, but an architect of data and projects and systems. And I want you to see that this is level 1. And I want you to see that there is competence and credibility and clarity and capability. But just imagine being willing and open to new ideas, and knowing the process to take an idea and making it fully formed is enough for the architect to evolve, to level up. The architect is the foundation of all great leaders. But what if the architect is only the beginning? I want you to imagine seeing that level 1 version of you leveling up See it morphing, standing taller, shoulders back, voice steady and eyes clear. I want you to see a version of you with more authority, more influence, an identity that turns clarity into action, plans into movement, and systems into results. And I want you to see that this version of you seems like they have a new level of discipline, organization, and focus. And imagine stepping into that version of you, that level 2. And notice when you feel disciplined and become organized and are focused, those old impulses of the past become almost like background noise, irrelevant, because this version of you is on a mission, and nothing will deter you from that mission. And I want you to imagine that this level of you can also level up. I want you to imagine having some kind of system to take an idea, to research it, to really flesh out the details, and have the confidence to present it. And in doing so, this becomes a puzzle inside of a game. How can you capture, cultivate, and present good ideas? Ideas that enhance other ideas, that solve problems, that add value. And while you're working on that project, feel like your avatar, your character, is elevating feelings of leadership, even more discipline. Just dial it up. Confidence oozes to the next level. And this version of you is tenacious, communicates well. You bring others with you on your idea. You are influence in motion. As you feel the shift from thinking to directing, from ideas to execution, and from planning to leading. And just imagine one of your ideas gets the go-ahead. Some people believe that the journey itself prepares you for the destination. And when you get that green light, that extra responsibility, I want you to imagine it unlocks the strategist within you. Imagine seeing yourself like someone else to begin with. And see that version of you. It stands tall, but not in front of tasks, but above the entire landscape of your life and your career. Because the strategist sees the long game, the patterns, the leverage points, those opportunities that are there but other people can't see. And I want you to see how that strategist conducts themselves, perhaps with discernment and high standards, perhaps with a new level of dedication, determination and perseverance. Because this is the part of you that embodies vision and strategy. Not short-term tactics, but long-term clarity. This version of you is the conductor that has the ability to orchestrate results through influence rather than effort. Step into that version of you, become the strategist, and feel that vision expanding. Feel strategy activating. Feel a deeper intelligence awakening. The kind of intelligence that just knows that you don't need to do more. You just need to think more strategically. And as the strategist steps fully into place, there is one final identity that becomes your final evolution in this game. I want you to imagine that by leading your own project, the kind of project that needed resources and people and buy-in, you took a risk and it's paying off. This awakens the strategist king, that regal part within you. It enhances the strategist even more, because that version of you is the integrated, elevated, evolved self. Consider this the culmination of all 4 archetypes: the architect, the commander, the strategist, and then finally, the strategist king. And this identity stands with presence, power, clarity, and calm authority. Some people consider Steve Jobs as the perfect example of the strategist king. Didn't have all the answers himself, but could build teams, create a vision, see the big picture, see how the dots all connected. And I want you to see that version of you as the strategist king. That version of you can almost see the future clearly, can design the path intelligently, commands, not through hierarchy but with integrity, influences with confidence, leads with vision, acts with discipline, can easily avoid impulses and distractions because they don't need temporary gratification. Their eye is on the prize of the future that they are building and creating. This version of you creates inevitability, not effort. This version of you moves through life with purpose and presence, not the magpie getting distracted by shiny things. This is not your future, because this is the version of you that others follow effortlessly, the version of you that shapes your environment rather than reacting to it, the version of you that embodies both mastery and direction. You ooze competency, even if you're not doing, but leading. And I want you to imagine merging, stepping into this elevated identity. Allow it to imprint itself into your unconscious mind, almost like it's installing itself as the new operating system, leveling up to enable you to deal with bigger challenges ahead. And as you think of those old video games with puzzles and problems, the version of you that can complete level 1 wouldn't be able to complete a later level unless you evolved on the journey. The skills you learn on the way prepare you for what comes next. So allow these qualities to settle into you now. Each word may create a sensation of feeling a belief. Feel visionary. Feel strategic. Credible. Awaken the leader. Confidence. Competency. harness all of the communication skills to be influential. And by having high standards, feel disciplined. And feel them fused together into a single identity. The strategist king. This is who you are becoming. This is who you are stepping into. And this is who your future demands you be. And I want you to imagine yourself, maybe a year or two from now, living life that way, and see how every area of your life is enhanced. How your career is enhanced, more responsibilities, more influence. How your health is enhanced through better decisions. How your confidence and self-esteem has just exploded. And then return. Return to that lounger, feet in the water, and just get a deep sense that your future is bright. And because you've primed yourself to move in this way, don't be surprised if ideas, insights come to you as premonitions, epiphanies, eureka moments. They will be fleeting, so when they come, capture them, write them down, dictate them, bank them, because they will give you everything you need to create the ideas that will take you in this direction. Because sometimes, and in some places, people believe that when you set a magnificent goal, the universe conspires in your favor. You have clarity on your future, the kind of person you will be, not necessarily the things you will do. And now allow the universe to conspire in your favor. It's time to imagine leaving that sun lounger, but as you walk on that soft white sand, where the sand meets the water, imagine walking like that future version of you that already embodies these qualities. I want you to get a feeling that the journey does prepare you for the destination. You don't have to have all the answers for what happens in the future now. Just be willing to solve each stage, each level of the game with all the resources you have until you get to the next level. It's time to float back to the present, but take all of these changes with you. Understanding that this has been a journey in your imagination, a journey of archetypes and identities, of qualities in your future, a journey of dreams within dreams, thoughts within thoughts, and ideas within ideas. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect and calibrate into the here and the now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will return fully in the present with a sense of clarity, optimism, and vision. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of The Hypnotist. If you've enjoyed this episode or got some value from it, please give it a 5-star rating and review. And maybe you know someone that would also benefit from this particular episode, in which case share the episode with them so they can also get the benefit too. And if you would like to listen to this episode where it's just the hypnosis, so no intro, no outro, no explanation, just the hypnosis and completely ad-free, there will be a link in the description where you can subscribe at a very low cost and only get access to the hypnosis. So if that's of interest, please check that out. Thank you again for being a regular listener of The Hypnotist, and I'll see you again soon for more.